Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Prestridge, and this is another clip in our rapid response series about teaching online. What I want to talk about this time is issues that students have with online learning. So, as you know, it's critical that we think about teaching, but we also think about our learners and how they're learning. So there's 4 points I want to make. The first one is about students being able to regulate their learning when they're not with you. So there's 2 angles to this. They have to manage their time on the actual task, but importantly, the effort that they give that task. And effort regulation is key to being able to finish it and get through that challenge, that problem that they have if they come up with it. So having that discussion with students about not just their time management, but pushing through and challenging themselves and strategies that when they do have an issue, how are they going to move through? So time and effort regulation, because you won't be there to regulate their learning like you do in a classroom. The second thing we have to maintain is that learning is a social process. Students look to their peers to understand a task or a concept, as well as to provide cognitive guidance. So your peers act as models. So they ask questions of each other. They work through tasks themselves. Now, they're going to be by themselves, so they can't do that. But you can discuss avenues for things to do that might enable them to phone a friend or to email or to get online together at the same time. But what you've got to remember is to encourage them to discuss what they're doing with their family members, their siblings, or even their parents, which hopefully will be able to support that journey, their grandparents, maybe even the dog, anyone who's interested in actually talking about what they're doing. Because through an action of how they talk about the concept, they will support the learning process. The other thing is that it can be information overload when we go to these environments. You put up textbooks, you put up tasks, you put up instructions, and it's all very text heavy, which requires students to decode instead of think critically. So what we try to do is shift that to imagery and video instruction, and that's a key part of shifting to online. It's doing what I'm doing now, trying to make less text and talking about the activity more so that students can actually interact in that more personal way, but they don't have to navigate through all that really, really heavy, dense text. The other key issue is they're going to feel isolated and alone. Now, what are we going to do about that? I think one of the key things is to try to make things personal. So morning emails, greetings of some sort, sending them different things, putting smiley faces up, talking about little stories if you can in a nice email, sending them a newsletter each week or whatever to just remember that they are a community. They are a community of learners in your classroom in relationship to you, so that these boundaries that are currently and might be maintained for a while, they still feel that they're connected. So for more information, newsletters in a community, if you want to go to teachingonline.com.au, we'll see you there. Thank you.